you could always like find other.
Hey everybody, this is Sam and Tiffany. Welcome to Life with Sam and Tiffany. And I thought that maybe we just kind of tell you a little bit about ourselves and our journey, but specifically, we wanted to do a video about long distance relationships and how to be successful in a long distance relationship because Tiffany and I, we've been in we were in a long distance relationship for 2.5 years. We've been together for 3 years, and there's just some things that we did that we thought would be beneficial for those of you that are in long distance relationships, specifically now because with COVID-19, there's probably a lot of you that can't see your significant others.
We were thinking that our experience might help you. Hopefully it will also work for you, but if not, then you could always like find other.
It's kind of tough. No,
it's just practice.
Yeah.
We just need practice because this is our first video that we
Yeah.
were like being serious and not.
Yeah. You want to try again?
We want to share to you guys how we were able to survive 2.5 years of being long distance. This may not be applicable to you, but we hope that you could learn from our experience. This may not also be the best advice and tips for you, but hopefully somehow you could get some points from us.
Yeah. This is not scripted. This is just really us speaking from the heart, right? So I think that one thing that was really important for me, and I think it's important for Tiffany, was communication. Communication was a big thing for me because I needed to feel that even though we were so far apart, right? I was in Japan and you were in Philippines. We had a long distance relationship when I was overseas in Japan, and actually when I came to America for a little while when we were working on your visa. I thought communication bridged the gap closer together. Even though we were thousands of miles apart, we texted constantly, we FaceTimed, we made sure that we knew each other's schedule so that I actually felt really connected to you even though we were far apart. What was it like from your perspective?
Yeah, I felt that we were trying our best to message each other, even though both of us were very busy because Sam is in the military and I was a full-time teacher. So that time, full-time teacher, that time for each other. We set time for each other.
And I think that's really important that I actually had 2 times on my phone. I had my time, obviously, but I also had your time zone. So I knew what she was doing, when she was waking up. I would text you every morning, tell you good morning. And so I think communication is a very important element in making a long distance relationship last.
And I think to be specific, when you're communicating to your significant other, most especially in long distance, you need to be specific about your emotions because you cannot really kind of express properly because you're apart. You need to be honest with your emotions, do not clog it up, do not conceal your words, do not hide things because that will make your long distance relationship more difficult. So as much as possible, be honest in communicating your emotions. If you're angry, if you're sad, don't be sarcastic about it because there's no way for your boyfriend or girlfriend would know your true emotions if you didn't say them.
Yeah. So communication is conveying information, but also is receiving information. So I think us being apart, it forced us to work on our communication, both listening and actually giving information. and it actually did us a lot of good when we actually got married and we were together. I think we still practice a lot of the same things.
So when we got married, it was easier for us to communicate because we got a long time of practicing and talking out our emotions and dealing our misunderstanding through words. So we got a lot of practice. So that's an advantage for a long distance relationship couples. So once they, of course, it's kind of different already with the mechanism that you're already physically together, but it really helped us a lot that we did talk a lot all throughout for those 2.5 years.
Yeah, and being physically apart, I think it forced us not to rely on leaning too much on our physical way of communicating, right? So I think sometimes being close geographically may prevent you from working on the other elements of communication, which is active listening and conveying information, trying to understand each other more than just the physical way that we communicate. So another thing that I thought it was important, and last one for me, is being flexible. So we had spurts of time together, right? Sometimes we would spend a week together or 2 weeks together, and majority of the year we would miss a lot of holidays and birthdays and just a lot of important events. So when we would spend time together, we would actually cram birthday celebrations, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day. 1 week we saw each other, and we every day was a holiday. Every day was a celebration. And so I think what I learned was it's not so much missing holidays, but when we were together, appreciating the moment that we had together, right? And being able to celebrate with one another, because that's the meaning of being together was far more important than the actual day of it.
What Sam is trying to say is that even if you're apart, like you're long distance, you're only communicating on the internet, on like programs, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, you can still celebrate occasions like your birthday, Valentine's Day. We did the same thing. So like we set up our tables, like I was in Davao, Sam was in Japan. We suited up, I dressed up and
I got put on a tie and a dress shirt
for Valentine's, and then I set up my table, he set up his table, and we acted as if we were having a date, like a Valentine's Day.
It was a virtual date.
Just a virtual date. So
and even to this day, that's the best date that I've ever had.
So like when we finally saw each other, or every time we see each other, we always celebrate important occasions that we have missed. And I think when you see each other, try to take a lot of pictures as you can.
A lot of memories.
A lot of memories, because also like celebrating occasions every day does not necessarily mean you need to give expensive gifts. So what I did was I just like made a lot of cards, because of course Sam also is a simple guy, doesn't like to receive many like gifts, like actual thing gift. So I made scrapbook, I made letters, like
and I cherish them. I love them. Really? So of course.
Okay, so good to hear that. So it could be budget friendly even if you celebrate it every day when you see each other.
You don't need to spend a lot. How about you? What are 2 things that was helpful for you? Maybe we could give some tips.
You already stole one from me. Being flexible and celebrate occasions.
We think alike.
I remember. Aside from we celebrate occasions even when we're apart, sometimes being in a long distance relationship could be boring because you feel like, I know a lot about him already because we talk about the same things every day, and I think already asked so many questions, and I think you already answered. So actually, that's wrong notion. There could be a lot more of things you could know about your partner by reading books. So Sam and I used to read, or even now we read a lot of books. And I remember my boss, our president in our school, gave us this relationship book, and we really finished reading everything.
Yeah, I did.
And we read each chapter, and each chapter there were questions. So like it asked us about our background, our opinion. So by having activities that you can do together, you could also have you could enjoy and get to know your partner more. So it's only not reading books, we also played games together. So we really learned how to be fun even if we're so far away. So I remember we played online, like Battleship, I think Farmville, something like that, and we were friends in that game. So you could do a lot of things even if you're far away. So try to be more creative. I think you are more creative than us, so you can think of other activities that you can do even if you're apart.
Right.
And that you will learn more about him. Also, this is how he thinks. So based on that experience, I learned that Sam is actually competitive. He doesn't want to lose in games. So that's what I've learned. Okay, so
we actually have a running scoreboard on our fridge. It's important. And I think the most important thing for both of us in our relationship, even now, is our shared faith in God. We are Christians, and even when we were far away, just having a tough time, missing each other, we prayed every day, we read the Bible together, and we put our trust in God that He would take care of everything, and He has. His grace, His mercy has carried us throughout the whole way. So definitely our faith in God has been a bedrock of our foundation to keep us strong until we were able to be together. So.
Being a long distance is really hard. So who's more capable of making you strong is really the Lord Almighty. Your faith in Jesus will make your relationship stronger and less problematic. So I remember that there were so many tough times during our relationship, but what kept us going is knowing that God will help us to get through. There were many times that I cried, and Sam cried. Yes, you cried. Both of us cried because it's actually very frustrating to be far away.
Tough.
And when you love someone, you just want to be with that person every day. And God really helped us, and we give all the glory and honor to Him because He made all of these things possible for both of us. Even me coming here in the States is all by God's grace.
The visa process was a long process, but we made it through His strength. So well, that's our video about our long distance relationship, and I hope that you found some tips that are helpful for you. If you are in a long distance relationship, hang in there. As long as you guys can work hard at it together, you'll make it. So God bless you.
So work hard together as a team and pray together, and just be positive that there will always be an end in every tunnel.
Sure, So thank you guys. God bless you. Take care of yourselves. Subscribe and comment below what was helpful for you when you're in a long distance relationship.